What's going on, world? Floyd Banks here, shooting take two of what was supposed to be a one take. My computer ended up crashing, which I'm going to have to figure that out. But what I was discussing was Hulk Hogan, so I'm going to get right straight into it. I felt like he's been basically damned, and for him to be taken off the WWE library archives and stuff, I felt like that was wrong because, personal opinion, I felt like, even though I'm still a fan, you could be a fan of something. You could be a fan of something for the small part, but not the big portion, like not the big picture. But I feel like the WWE, it has no real black champion. It's never had a black champion. I mean, you can call The Rock a black champion. You can say that Booker T, Mark Henry, and that's basically it, won the world title, but that was just the big gold belt. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm gonna keep that in. We one taping it, well, two taking it, but definitely wish that there was a lot more black WWE champions instead of hybrids like The Rock, because to tell you the truth, Vince McMahon actually loves Samoans. I mean, if you think about it, the whole Samoan family, between the Usos, and Roman Reigns, The Rock, Yoko, Rikishi, the Wild Samoans. I mean, WWE will practically hire their whole entire family if they wanted to, because Vince McMahon loved the Samoans. So The Rock could have been the champion because he was Samoan. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, we don't know because we're not in the office. We're not inside the brains of the operators. And so for Hulk Hogan to get shammed because he admitted on the tape that he's a racist, and maybe he didn't mean it as he's just a flat out, oh, I can't stand you, racist. I've dealt with racists. I was in the Marine Corps in North Carolina. There are racists out there. But, he could have mentioned, because he did say, I'm somewhat of a racist, or I'm part. And then usually when people say that, it's usually they don't mind, doing business for, say, with a black person, a Hispanic person, Samoan person. They don't mind associating with them, but he has his views on life, and I don't respect it, but I understand it. Because I've known a lot of people that won't date outside their race because their family would sham them if, per se, a white girl was to date a black guy. A Hispanic girl would date a Chinese guy. A black Indian would marry off a white girl. And it kind of sucks, but you got to understand their time period. You keep it in the family. Indians would mate with Indians. Blacks would mate with blacks. Believe me, I was part of that too. My parents, I was huge into white girls. I guess the media brainwashed me because, every single girl that I've seen on TV was beautiful, and the majority of them were white. And the black girls, didn't really do much for me. And then growing up, I never really got into black girls, because, I look at them more as like a sisterly figure. I look at, we call our boys our brothers, and we call girls our sisters, black boys, black girls. We call them our brothers and sisters, That's how I kind of felt throughout the years, and especially in the era where you never know. You just never know who you might date. And one thing that is my striking fear is if I find out that, the girl that I'm dating is within my family, and the only way I know about that is if she's black, because a lot of my family members, the mass majority of them are black. Now, my generation and the next generation, they're starting to intermix, but my past generations the mass majority were black. No matter if my mom was yellow, no matter if we had red bones, they were black. And so, like that was one of my main fears, and so that's why like I never really got into black girls. And plus, they sometimes annoy me when if I have a scruffy beard or nappy hair or something. So I never like I just rather avoid that. But doesn't mean I haven't dated them. I've dated black girls. Yeah, black girls are cool. Still got pussy. Excuse my mouth, but but it's just my personal preference to mostly date Hispanics and Asians, or a combination of both. But anyways, getting back to the Hogan thing. So, Hulk Hogan said that, he's somewhat of a racist. Okay, yeah, I understand. I don't respect it, but I understand. You gotta because your daughter is doing business with black people. She's at that time. When what about excuse my my voice crackling, but around that time, hip hop and R&B was popping. Everybody was doing it. Everybody, like Christina Aguilera switched over from doing alternative to R&B. Britney Spears was working with not Justin Timberlake, Pharrell of the Neptunes, and create an R&B sound, early urban dance R&B style. People were doing it around the time, so you got to respect the craft. And then Brooke Hogan wanted to do it. She hooked up with Paul Wall. Paul Wall is down with the blacks. Like he was cool. I think his wife is black, and she's bomb. And you don't hear nothing about them. And so, like if Brooke want to date blacks, that's her prerogative. She shouldn't be shamed for it. But as far as the Hogan situation, that stuff was old. That was a throwback. I remember when the sex tape came out. I was like, what? That was actually one of the sex tapes I kind of avoided. Like, I'm here and there. I might have been like, I wonder if it can at least see what it looks like. And for what I saw, it looked like a spy cam anyway. So, but for him to say the things he said, completely wrong. But for him to be called out on it almost 10 years later sucks. It definitely sucks. And, for WWE to sham him for it, he could suspend his contract. You could, release him. But to take the archive and all that stuff, I felt like that's wrong. To not quote him as a Hall of Famer, I think it's wrong. To not go now, you won't even hear matches like Hogan and Andre that definitely set trend WWE into mainstream. To not hear about the wars between Macho and Hogan is gonna suck. WrestleMania 6, when two worlds collide, you're not even gonna hear about that no more. Oh, the Ultimate Warrior took on the Immortal One. Like, come on now, come on. That's bullshit. And then Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and the Hollywood one, and the NWO, and that's bullshit. That's primetime bullshit, because Hulk Hogan is a big part of professional wrestling and sports and entertainment, as guys like Steve Austin, John Cena, Macho Man, The Outsiders, The Clique. He was a big part of that, a huge part of it, as everybody else. And then take him out is like taking out Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars. It's like taking out, without naming a character with a character title for a show, but it's like taking the Red Ranger out of the Power Ranger. Like, the Red Ranger is the glue to all of the Power Rangers. For them to take out the Red Ranger, that's bull. And so I feel like, and especially the WWE, and the WWE, they've known for doing a lot of racist shit over the years. And the fact that we have yet to see a black WWE champion or a black WWE World Heavyweight Champion. You've seen a World Heavyweight Champion. Whoop-de-whoop. And of course, The Rock, he's part black. But an actual all-black WWE champion. WCW did it. WCW had Ron Simmons become the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Booker T was the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. The WWE should do it too. If they're about standards and practices with race and color. But anything to protect their butts, right? Anyway, before I wrap this up, Hulk Hogan, if you get a chance to watch this, I'm like amazing. And here's my thing to you. Take some time, cool off, do what you gotta do, meditate, get your mind right. Because I know this shit is old. Like the stuff I've seen you do now, there's no damn way you're a racist at all. You're not a fucking racist. I don't believe what the media portrays you out to be a monster. Like, whatever. You said what you said back in the day. We all know, we all follow, your life, from then to now. Losing your wife, damn near almost losing your son. That's not an easy thing to go through. And especially losing your money. Sheesh. Whew. But yeah, take some time, cool off. Go to the media, explain yourself. Win. If you can't win them all, win win majority. Try to win people over. Because people are still going to support you. And get back on that Hogan wrestling circuit tour. I can't remember what it's called off the top of the dome, but get back on that. I'm pretty sure your followers is gonna follow you, no matter what. No matter what you said in the past, because everybody said some racist stuff. I highly doubt that a person is clean of that. Anybody's clean of that. I'm sure that you stereotyped somebody. I'm sure you made some racial remark. You said some slick stuff because of color. Everybody has done it. And especially one with money, because a lot of times the person of little to no money is usually people of color. And so, yeah, you'd be like, oh, look at that guy over there. No wonder he has a job. And then you don't even know his education, or you're just going by the skin of his color. So everybody's done it. So for you to be shamed by it, it sucks. And I know you're going to have your followers, and guarantee if you do the wrestling tour and you make your way to California, shoot, I'll even support you. I'll even go to your show, and then you can explain yourself. It's your show. You can explain yourself. You can explain that you was in a dark place. You can explain that, you just wasn't right in the head around that time, and just keep doing good things because you're a good guy. You really are a good guy, and you definitely are a hero to a lot of kids my age because you were a superhero when people like myself were babies and children. So keep your head up, all right? This is Floyd Banks telling you, watch what you say on social media. Watch who you're around because you never know who to trust. Peace.